Test, test, test. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. Hope everyone's having a more dry morning than it is here. We are again in a rain situation. As you can see by the dampness of the runways. It's not as bad as it was an hour or so ago. But it is definitely a threat the rest of the day. So we are, as they say here in Hawaii, we're going to chance them today. It is very humid. It's close to 90% humidity right now. I am sweating bullets. And we're trying a new camera. Pardon. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. We're trying a new camera position today, which is going to be I don't know. It's not going to be as good. I'll tell you right off the bat. Normally I have the camera sticking way over the truck, and that puts it above all the tarps and rain covers and stuff. And things like this strap here and this pole here, usually we don't see those. Haven't seen those in a very long time. But I want to keep the camera completely under the tarp today because about 8 o'clock it's supposed to dump down rain. So we'll fight through it. I think we can get a good shot. We can get some pretty good shots of the airfields from here. I don't know how the stuff on 8 right's gonna go, but we'll just figure that out as we go along. We don't have anything down there quite yet to test it. I haven't seen anything go off that way. But as you can see, let me go around to this shot here. This shot here, that is a line of thunderstorms right there. And as soon as the sun came up, I realized I probably made a huge mistake today. So we're gonna hopefully fight through it and keep the equipment as dry as possible and keep your host as dry as possible. Because I also have to go to work after this, so I wouldn't want to go to work sopping wet. I also don't have the computer out, so I don't want to get the computer wet, so I cannot see your text, any of your messages. So we're going to try to fix that, but if you say something today and I completely ignore it, there's a good chance I just missed it. I mean, I might completely ignore it. There's a good chance I might completely ignore it too. But there's more than likely I will. It's just that I can't see it. So, no 360 camera today, if anybody's asking about that. Again, that is a precautionary thing to keep equipment dry, because that requires a second encoder. Hawaiian Sea, it is dead calm here. I think let's see. I don't know if you can see the windsock. The windsock is just on the other side of that pole. There's another one over here. Let's see if we can see that one. Oh, right next to that 717. There's another one right there. You can see it is dead calm out here right now. Yeah, QB Master. There's 2 UPS MD-11s here. There's one that's kind of behind the windsock that I can't show you, and then there's one at the other end by the Aloha Air Cargo, and then there's a FedEx that's tucked around by the Hawaiian hangars over there. Oh, that Western Global's here already. That's cool. I noticed that one on jet tip this morning. Is it on, which runway is it on final for? Is it on 8 or 4? It looks like it's coming right at us. That's good. It must be that dot I see in the sky out there. So, the first thing I do every morning when I wake up is check jet tip. So I saw that one this morning. Originally it was scheduled to come in a couple minutes before the show started, but it slowed down a little bit, so that's good for us. I cannot believe how humid it is. It feels so gross out here. That Qantas in the background, that's the Melbourne flight. That American's in a weird spot. The one to the right, that is usually not over there. So I don't know if it didn't go out last night or not. See if I can put the chat messages, at least some of the chat messages. So good morning to the mods. Oh, there's the Colleen Barrett retro livery. Right there. This is the Canyon Blue. This one just came in on 4 right. So hello, Kirsten, O'Malley, Mark, RSVP, Hawaiian Sea, as I said earlier. Another thing we're going to have is planes that leave off this runway. We're only going to be able to see them for just a little bit. So today's going to be kind of an experimental day here. See how this works. See him farther than I thought we could. All right, let's go to the Western Local. That should be out of the clouds now, and I can see it again. It was out of the clouds, in the clouds. Juke action there. Trying to head fake us. Hello, Ron. Good to see you. You can see how much water is still on the runway when that reverse thrusters went off. There's still quite a bit of water over there. Hello, Heath. So someone mentioned a -8. I don't see a -8, but that doesn't mean it's not here. I just don't see one. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. We get -8s here occasionally as they come through here for a fill-up and a nap and then head off. Well, hopefully it was. I saw that when we were panning over with the Colleen Barrett CFI on the fly. show you that in just a second. Oh, interesting. As far as that out, quite a ways out. I don't know if you can see that. Thanks, Mike. I saw your text. It's like one of those Kawasaki C2s is coming back here. I think two of them, or at least one of them came through. I heard a second one came through, but I never saw it. Came through here a week and a half ago or so. We saw its departure on the reef runway. Looks like there's one heading back here, but it looks like it's too far out for this show. Let's see what the United in front of it time it'll be here. 3 hours and 24 minutes. Yeah, 10:30. That'll be a little late for our show. Hopefully we'll catch that tomorrow. We'll be out here again tomorrow. For our regularly scheduled show. So if you're new to the channel, this is not a regular day for a stream here. We had a little bit of weather yesterday that was pretty bad. It was lightning and thunder up by my house overnight, and then it got to be nice pretty shades of red and yellow on the radar in the morning. It was like that through about mid-morning or later. So let's see, let's pan over to the right a little bit. You can see that C5 behind me on the 11. Still have this plane over here. Hopefully we can see it because there's a pole in the way. Ah, yes, this plane here. I don't know if this left and came back or is still here from Tuesday. I think we saw it on Tuesday or Saturday. I don't remember. All the days are starting to run together here towards the end of the year. We saw this one here the other day. I don't know if it left and came back or if it's still here. But oh, Hawaiian Sea. So what's your flight number? What's your flight number, Hawaiian Sea? Yeah, Mark, I think that Queen came from Fairfield, if I remember correctly. So that would make sense that it went off to Hickam. So the next one coming in that's about to touch down is this one here. This is Aloha Air Cargo. It's coming in from Lehue. Man, I am really glad I didn't set up on the reef runway today, because holy cow, it looks nasty down there. We'll get to that in a second, Linda. We're almost there. Uh-oh, I feel drizzling. Brandon, that might be the least surprising thing out here at Hawaii, is a Transair short on a diversion. Oh, I hear it now. We're gonna get some rain. All right, give me a second to make sure everything's covered. Oh, it's coming down pretty good now. God, I think we're all covered though. We're gonna go back to plane spotting before flight radar and all the apps, because I can't see my app right now. So we're just gonna look at the pretty planes. It is absolutely dumping right now. Oh, my microphone is getting drenched. Oh no. This might have not been my brightest idea. Alright, well, it's raining too much to pack up, and I think we're only getting marginally wet. I will have to stick my microphone cover in the dryer apparently. Oh, we can see that Trans Air that came in on a diversion. That's somewhere over here. There it is. I wonder if it was a weather diversion. It's getting lighter behind me, darker in front of me. And I think the rain is letting up a little bit, so hopefully that means we're at least temporarily out of the woods. All right, the rain has almost stopped right above me. It's gotten very quiet again. Anybody would know what this is? I mean, I'm sure most of us know what it is, but who it belongs to? I was going to try to show you a plane on the reef runway, but that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. All right. All right, well, the good news is I stayed mostly dry. So that's good. I can't see a tail number. I don't know if it's being blocked by something and I just missing it, but I don't see a tail number at all. It might be behind, maybe not, I don't know. Don't know. Interesting one. All right. I think most everything stayed dry. A couple of leaks here and there. Nothing mission critical. Oh, there's that microphone. Yeah, nothing mission. I don't think anything mission critical. That's good. Well, hopefully Hawaiian Sea, there's no lightning near me. The second I hear lightning or thunder, or see lightning or hear thunder, I am out. That belongs to Transair? Oh, the 200. Yes, there's several over there. I don't think this one belongs. I don't think this one belongs to Transair. This one here and that one there. Those both belong to Transair, and there's at least 3 more of those white and orange ones on the other side of that building. There's about 4 of those, I think. There's 4 or 5. Yeah, at least I'm not riding a motorcycle like that guy. Could be worse. The towel I use to dry everything off when I get a sprinkle is now soaked, so I can't dry anything off. K-trucks aren't safe from much of anything. You don't buy a K-truck to be safe. I've thought about vans, fire trucks, either a K-van or like a bigger van, but the problem is it's hard to live stream out of them. This is the Dreamliner, Hawaiian Dreamliner. It's heading off to Seattle, I believe. Yeah, thunderstorms here are very rare. We don't get a lot of them. Get a lot of rainbows, not a lot of thunderstorms. I don't know exactly why that is. I'm not a meteorologist. But if anybody knows, I'd like to know. I'm sure it has to do with the types of fronts that meet each other, or something like that. Oh, Omni. Okay, interesting. Oh, hello, Chris. How are you? Oh, you're down. I still don't see you. I don't know which runway you're coming in. He'll come back in front of us in a second. I'm looking out there and I don't see anything yet. Ooh, 20 minutes. All right, we have a window. Thanks, Noelle. We're good till 7:50 apparently. Ah, I see a light. Well, thanks, JDP. I've only ever seen one plane in my life that legitimately did not have a tail number. It was in the stream. Anybody remember what that was? Little bit of fluff there, Hawaiian Sea. A lot of water on the runway. Now, fire truck still, the Air Force One still has a tail number. I think it's 27001 or 27002 for the 747s. And then when they use other planes, like the other SAMs, they all have a tail number. The only one I've ever seen, there we go, Ian remembers. It was the C-32 Bravo, what was that, what they call that, the gatekeeper or something? Well, welcome home, Hawaiian Sea. Yeah, gatekeeper, C-32B gatekeeper. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Yeah, Lord Andrew, on one of the Reddit subreddits the other day, people were posting them. The ADSB subreddit, people were getting them. I think Wikipedia says there's 2 of them, but take that with a grain of salt. It is Wikipedia. Hello, Mr. North. So just to recap, if you're new here, my name is Patrick. The channel's Reverse Ops. We're in a little bit of a rainy day today, so we're in a very stripped down streaming setup. So I apologize if I miss any chat messages. My encoder will show me chat messages, but for some reason it doesn't show me them all, and it only shows me about 5 at a time. So if I miss a message, if you said hello and I missed it, I apologize ahead of time, or I apologize after, because some of you might have done it already, but I apologize. I'm just trying to keep all the equipment as dry as possible. So, but if you are new here, welcome. This is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's on the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere in the middle of the vast Pacific. So we get all kinds of weird stuff out here. We have your normal 330s like in the shot here. Get a lot of things, but we also get weird stuff like this one here, and then this one here, and then because we share our runways with Hickam Air Force Base, we also get cool ones like that one behind the MD-11, the C-5. So, that is not stationed here, that's a visitor. The ones that are stationed here are KC-135s, C-17s, and F-22s. So hopefully we'll see a couple of those three later this morning. We're getting kind of close to the end of the year, so they kind of take a break towards Christmas. Hopefully they'll go today. I wouldn't expect much activity next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, but once it gets to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the weekend, it's probably shut down through the end of the year. So we'll see. Licery. That's pretty good, Kurt. I love unintentional comedy from misspellings, because I do it a lot. But we do usually 3 shows a week here. Usually it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We had a lot more rain than this here yesterday, so we skipped yesterday and came today. We still got some rain, so it's just the way it is this time of year. But you come to us on a very special day. AM spotter, that is an MD-11. So there's 3 of them here. They are on hold here while they do inspections and whatever they're going to do to them. You can see the cockpit is all covered up there. But you've come on a very interesting day, because today is one of the 12 streams of Opsmas. Opsmas is a holiday we celebrate here on the channel that coincidentally is the same day as Christmas. So that'll be coming up a week from yesterday is Opsmas Day. Or is it a week from yesterday already? Wow. We got a bunch of streams to cram in before then and now, because this is stream 8. Of the 12 streams of Opsmas. So if you guys know, there's a song for this. And we'll give it to you right now. On the 8th day of Opsmas, my live streamer gave to me 8 Toms a Foolin', 7 K-Truck road trips, 6 extra X's, 5 cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts, 4 go-arounds, 3 Falcon 50s, 2 flying Honu, and a Pualani 717. So thanks everybody for celebrating the 12 streams of Opsmas with me. We got a couple more to go. In fact, we have 4 more to go. One of those will be a members-only stream that'll take place this Sunday. So if you are a channel member, it'll be at a slightly different time. It'll be in the evening because we're going to look at Christmas lights or Opsmas lights. That'll be right about 7 p.m. Hawaii time on Sunday. That's a United 757 in the background there. That's heading out to the reef runway. That is either going to SFO or LA with the extra X. We'll find out here in a minute. I don't have my flight radar up. All right, Sean. Well, I understand completely. Hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas and Opsmas. This 757 to the right of the screen is the other one I was talking about. The one going down the reef runway is heading off to LA with the extra X. So that means the one in this shot is going to head off to SFO. Our first A380 of the day is very close. It's 6 minutes away according to the app. It is just off the coast of Ko'olina, which is on the west coast of Oahu. So that'll be out here for your viewing pleasure. I hope we still have I mean, I understand it's probably not safe-ish, but I'd like to have a lot of water on the runway for that one. Make a big splash. Because the one good thing about, the only good thing about wet weather out here is we don't get heat haze. As long as we can see the plane, not bad. Ops car. Yeah, the view off the reef runway is not as bad as I thought. With the, you just lose the shot right overhead. That's a Cessna Sky Courier. I believe it's most likely either a FedEx or Lanai Air. Let's see where it's coming from. Probably not Lanai Air. They're probably FedEx. It is FedEx. That'll be the last departure before we see the A380 on this runway. So then that means the next one out is the A380. It's the orange one this morning. Well, Legalized Shemp, I think. Where'd the message go? Did I miss a message? I get really talkative all of a sudden. Oh, there it is. Legalized Shemp, I would bet most people here in, well, not most people here in Hawaii, but a good number of people in Hawaii, let's put it that way, will be cheering for BYU. I see the light of the A380, and this ops car is on the runway. He's waiting for this Cessna that's going to go in front of him, and then he might do a runway check for the water. Yeah. Yeah, he was probably checking the water. Yeah, with A380 right there. Yeah, it's amazing how fast the runways do dry out, Jonathan. The fore right used to pool water several years ago. It used to you used to constantly hear pilots complain about cooling water on fore right. In fact, saw several go-arounds one day for pooling water on 4 right. They just did a lot of work to the taxiway over there, and I haven't heard it since then. But I really haven't been out here on a super rainy day since then. So apparently I missed some super chats. Apparently my my encoder shows me messages on the screen, but apparently it doesn't show me any super chats. So I'm gonna figure that out. Hold on. Ah, now I know why Brandon reminded me. Because he has an anniversary. Brandon Rabbit, our good friend and moderator, has been a channel member for 21 months. Thank you very much, Brandon. Ah, now I know why Brandon reminded me. So cheers to the only stream that sticks it out for the rain. I don't know if that makes me smart or dumb, but I'm here. But thank you for being here, Brandon. And then we have our good friend, the Hawaiian Sea, who came in just a little while ago on a very wet runway. Gave us a nice splash show. So here, Patrick, for the landing toll. Thank you very much. We'll have to get a toll tag system going. But thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Sorry I can't put your message on the screen today. But also thanks to Kirsten, our another good friend and good moderator. Here early today. Buy some rice to dry out your equipment. I might have to test that today because I kept most things dry except for my main microphone. My main microphone that I use for the ambient noise was sticking out past the cover, and I think it got drenched. So the light's still on and the indicator's still showing it's pulling in noise, but hopefully that lasts. But thanks to all 3 of you. Appreciate it. So it looks like the next one coming in is another 717. We'll pan over here. Oh, there it is. I tell you what, these 717s have some of the loudest reverse thrusters. They'll get your attention. Well, thanks, Straight Muff Gaming. Thanks for putting off your sleep for a little while for me. Luckily, Maria, I haven't heard of any life-threatening conditions with the rain yesterday or today. We did have a couple of accidents that were probably caused by the rain yesterday morning on the freeway. but I don't think there was any severe flooding. That's a good thing. But in Texas, where I grew up, we didn't really have lots of flooding. Well, I mean, there was I don't want to speak for all of Texas, because Texas is a very big place. So before you actually me in the chat, locally where I'm from, North Dallas, it didn't have a lot of flooding. It's very flat. So it didn't have a lot of places for the water to pool, like a mountain area where it all comes down from the mountain into a valley. And they have a lot of that here. There's a lot of canals and ditches and things that are meant to funnel the water out to the water, if you know what I mean. But sometimes that gets overwhelmed. Or there's one by my house that when they know there's going to be big rain coming, they'll send a crew out and make sure the canal is free of debris, because what happens is a storm will come through and the debris will get washed down into these channels and clog them up, and that's what causes the flooding most of the time. So they'll go out and make sure everything's all clear. Yeah, that 40 days of straight rain was, I think it was like a month or two before I moved here. I just missed that. So the 40 days of rain and the truck hitting the bridge on H1 that shut down H1 for a day, both of those happened just before I moved here. This guy on the cargo thing must have a, I don't know if you can hear it, but must have a huge speaker on that thing. He's pumping out the jams. I was looking around for what car it was coming from, and it turned out, nope, not a car. So I just looked it up. That 40 days of rain happened in March of 2006. And I moved here just after. I moved here a little later in the year 2006. But just before that, the first time I was here in Hawaii was, I think it was September of 2005. I was here for my good friend's wedding, and that's how I ended up staying here. Oh, look at that, blue skies. I see blue skies. So I was here, I think it was September of 2005. I was here for about 3 weeks. I kind of overstayed my welcome. That's what I have a tendency to do. I'm not really an Irish goodbye type of guy. I'm more of a, oh, you're still here type of guy, so. So when I was here in September of 2005, it rained a lot then too. It rained. I was here, like I said, I was here for 3 weeks. Let me get this ATI here real quick. Just as it gets to the other side of the pole. Oh yeah, Eham, we were talking about that one a little bit ago. We're just gonna miss it today. We're hoping we catch it tomorrow. But when I was here in September of 2005, it rained a lot that month too. Not as bad as the March of 2006 time, but it rained a lot in September. And every day I was here, it rained. Except for the very last day. The very last day we had a beautiful sunshine. I got a nice sunburn. So the whole time I was here for 3 weeks, it rained. So you know that smell when it rains? I love that smell when it rains. And when I came back to live here, it didn't rain. Like the first, I don't know, 6 months I was here. It felt weird. It felt different. So now, when it does rain, it feels different. It feels nice to me. I love it when it rains. A friend of mine wrote a song about that. Seems like it never rains no more. You're stuck in this dirty city. You guys have never heard that, I guarantee it. Yes, that is there's a C5 somewhere stuck over there. Oh yeah, it's in the shot now. Interesting fact. You guys want to hear an interesting fact about the rain and the smell of the rain? So, I don't know what the smell of the rain is. I have no idea. That's not the point. But the point is, a dog, everybody knows a dog has a very good sense of smell. Everybody, that's one of the dog's things. They have a good sense of smell. And there's other things that have good senses of smell. They use them for sniffing out stuff all the time. By comparative to those things, humans, thanks O'Malley, humans have a very poor sense of smell compared to dogs and other animals. It's not something we're proud of, our sense of smell. But the one thing that we smell as humans better than any other creature is the smell of the rain. That smell you get when it starts to rain. Humans smell that better than any other creature. Yeah, straight up. As humans, we are really good at smelling the rain. Every other creature, not as good. So we were scoreboard on that. Take that, drug dog at the airport. I can smell the rain better than you can. Ooh, did I just bump that? Yeah, I did. Whoops. Everything's in a different position today. There we go. Get some focus action there. Kind of like it though. I kind of like this position. This would not work down at the other end though, but up here it's not bad. I might have to rig something up. H-Dot, I can't even try to pronounce that name. That's too many. No, I can't do it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hello, Keith. I don't, Mike. I don't know. I would have said dog, but it was probably something else that has a better sense of smell than dog. So I know they use rats to smell out like landmines. So I know they use rats and other things. There's a lot of things. Well, yeah, Rainbow Love. I'm not saying that humans have a better overall sense of smell, because our sense of smell is terrible compared to most animals. But the one thing we do smell better than any other animal is the smell of the rain. So we got that going for us. P trichor. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we have a Delta backing up. That Delta's probably going off to LA with the extra X. She's going to follow that 757 that left a little bit ago, and then the other 757 is creeping its way down towards the runway now. That is going off to SFO. Fo. Is it like pho? Do I pronounce it like pho? Look at that, you can see some blue skies out there. Look at that. Ooh, got a UPS queen on the downwind. Thank you, John. I'm so bitter about missing yesterday's show because we had a really cool plane in here yesterday, which I'm going to tell you what it is. You know, most of you are going to go, huh? Really? We had a Singapore Airlines 737 in here yesterday. And I'm bummed I missed it. That would have been cool to see. It came in, I believe it came in Wednesday, and then it left. It actually left at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. We probably would have been able to see it. All right, so that 757 should be about ready to go. It is. It's just finished waiting for a plane to cross its nose. Thanks, Mark. All I'm going to do now is think about the dirt under my fingernails for the rest of the day. I keep my fingernails, I don't know, too much TMI? Is this TMI? I don't know. I don't have any filter. I don't know. If this is TMI, you can tell me later and I'll erase it. I keep my fingernails and my toenails long. Like, not like super creepy, like Howard Hughes long. Not that long. Not like super creepy old man long, but long. Where if you look at my toenails, you go, oh man, you need to cut your toenails. Or your fingernails even. My fingernails are long too. I do that for a very specific reason. I hate ingrown nails. I hate ingrown toenails and ingrown fingernails. And I don't get them a lot. It's because I keep my nails a little longer. But the second I clip them down and get too zealous with it, I get ingrown nails and I hate it. So I just deal with them being a little long. And the good thing is I genetically have good nail. This is probably classifies as TMI. I'm probably going beyond the normal live stream conversation right now. Hello, Vegas Joe. You just stepped into nail talk. We got an A380 coming in. Thanks, John. Interesting, Straight. My nose has always been screwed up. I just had nasal surgery about 6 months ago. So it's better than it used to be, but it's still not 100%, I don't think. We're gonna have a couple hundred people freaking out about their dirt under their fingernails for the rest of the day. Thank you, Joe. All right, so I think I see the light. Do you see the light? Do you see the light? It's a quote from one of my favorite movies. Anybody know what movie that's a quote from? You get bonus reverse ops points if you know that movie. Reverse ops points are kind of like Bitcoin. They're except for they're not worth anything. Oh wait, that means they're exactly like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to end up being like NFTs. Like 5 people are going to get rich and everybody else is going to hold on to it too long. No, Trump just signed an executive order saying reverse ops points are not taxable. There we go. Steve gets some reverse ops points. Oh no, I'm not saying Bitcoin is worth nothing now, but I think it's a long-term scam. It's like NFTs. Only NFTs had a much shorter run. NFTs were worth millions and then they became worth nothing pretty much overnight. I think Bitcoin's run is a little longer. But I think eventually everyone's just going to hold on to it, waiting to become a billionaire. It's going to crash and become nothing. And like 5 people are going to get super wealthy and everybody else is going to be holding onto a wallet that's worth nothing. But I am not a financial advisor, so anything I say is not financial advice. Back-to-back quad jets. I like that. Let's go over here. We're going to find another quad jet over here. I also have some pretty hot opinions on actual stock, too. I don't know if we'll get into those today. Maybe we'll save those for Saturday. I'm not a big stock guy. I think it all just boils down to anything that involves money is designed to get about 7 people super wealthy, and then everyone else kind of just takes it in the shorts. All right, so let's go back over to the A380. It is looped back around now. It's heading into its home. I like the NFL, but I think it's full of a bunch of hypocrites to me. They all say they want to win the Super Bowl, but really, do they? I think they all just want to nowadays sign a deal with a betting MGM casino or something. Pretty soon the NFL is going to be like football in the UK. And I mean that specifically, that you will be able to bet at the stadium. You can place wagers at the stadium in the UK on soccer games. And for the longest time, everybody said there'd be no NFL franchise in Vegas because of the gambling, and there'd be too risk of corruption and risk of this and that. And then somebody said, you can make a lot of money doing it, and it won't affect your family at all. It'll just bankrupt all your loyal fans. Oh, and they said, oh, if it's not going to bankrupt us and we're going to make a lot of money, let's do it. So now every NFL team, even in places that you cannot legally bet, in Dallas, the Cowboys have a official sponsor that is a betting thing. I don't remember which one it is because I don't bet on sports, but they have an official betting app, even though you cannot legally place a sports bet in Texas. Oh yeah, everything is corrupt. It's all everything you look at. It's all about who. It's like illegal fireworks here. Everybody talks about they need to end illegal fireworks here because even though a lot of you have seen my last two streams on New Year's Eve, and you've seen how many fireworks there are on New Year's Eve here in Hawaii. And every politician gets up and shakes their little fist and says, we need to get rid of illegal fireworks, we need to ban them. But too many people make too much money. They'll never ban it. They'll ban it, but it'll never end because too many people make too much money under the table. There's people that, I don't want to get too far into this, but I know of people, I will say that make more for the last 2 months of the year doing illegal fireworks than they do on their day job for the rest of the year. So yeah, and the thing about I don't want to turn this into a rant show, but the Bohemian rant. I'm the poster boy of underachievement. Sorry, I can't get that out of my head now. I've said it. The city, they do have certain fireworks that are illegal, not aerials. Aerials are completely illegal. But because of the large Chinese population, oh, there's the Colleen Barrett again. Certain firecrackers are legal. The little red ones that just explode. Those are legal. Certain other little ones are legal. You can buy them at the store. But you have to have a license to do it, and it's just a huge pain. The city, in their infinite wisdom, just gave the contract to the people to manage that whole thing to a company that last year was busted for bringing in illegal fireworks. So I'm going to say that again to make sure everyone's understood what I just said. The city gave a contract to manage the illegal fireworks here to a company that was last year busted for bringing in illegal fireworks. How does that make sense? That's like putting OJ in the head of the homicide division at the local police station. It just doesn't make any sense. The house that the bad one last year, that was actually in Salt Lake. That wasn't in Aiea. We have a 717 going out on the reef runway, so we'll take that and stop talking about other stuff for now. All right, I just lost the 717. There it is. I don't know what the deal is with the focus. That's really weird. Oh, I know why. That's cool. Anything else? Oh. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not just America. The whole world's corrupt. Every place is corrupt. This is a FedEx 757. I believe this one's coming in from Maui. Could poke its head around here any second now. Short. hop over here and see if we can see Colleen Barrett real quick. Brandon, yes, I did. There was a couple things in there that I had planned to open them on the stream live today, but I left them at work. So I'll either open them tonight or this afternoon when I get to work, or I will save them for tomorrow. All right, so the next couple out on the reef runway we're going to try to catch is a Southwest heading off to Maui. It's a MAX 8. Behind it we'll have a 717 heading off to Maui as well. And then behind it we should have both Hawaiian Flight 6 and Hawaiian Flight 10 going off to Vegas and LA with the extra X respectively. In fact, if we pull over here, that is Hawaiian Flight 10 heading across the runway at the end there on its way down. Oh, we have a Luke in the house. Hello, random spotter. got about about an hour left in the show today. We'll run till about 10:15. Take care, Keith. We'll see you next time. Well, they would have to hold it at Wheeler. And that's I don't know how long the runway is at Wheeler if they could do their stuff there. I have to look up how long the runway is at Wheeler. It's not very long. If they could do their whole show there without having to come from a different airfield. Sometimes they do that. They'll go to a location from another airfield. Like several years ago, they did a show over Waikiki, and I believe, if I remember correctly, they came around from K-Bay and did it over Waikiki Beach. The Thunderbirds have done Hickam. That was probably, oh geez, that had to be 15 years ago now. I hear something. Hold on. I heard the rumbling. Oh, I don't know what I heard. Yeah, legalized shep. I imagine that's why they never came back. I'm sure they used Hickam because they were the Thunderbirds. But I would imagine they haven't been back since then because of that. They announced their schedule for 26 and 27, and we're not on it, so. I heard a rumor that the Blue Angels were coming back to K-Bay in 27, but I didn't see that anywhere official. course, I really didn't look very hard. Oh, thanks, Eham. Hello, Sarah. Our good friend, your @ name is S Deal the Real Deal. So that's a mouthful. It's quite Sarah. But thank you very much. It says it's been fun. It's been fun on this side as well, too. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a channel member for 7 months at the 321 level. It's great. Very generous of you. I think we just missed a rainstorm. See behind us, yeah. I think it's hugging the coastline down there. See. Down here is that wall of rain right there. You can see the rain more over this side, but I think it's hugging the coastline. I think we're just missing it. Hello, Keith. Ah, Ringoberto's here. Hello. I am going to step off the truck for half a second, figure out where I put my water, but I'll be right back. The cooler is right below me, but sometimes it's easier to get out of the truck to get into it because you don't have to contort yourself. But I forgot that I had this tripod in a different location today, so it was kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, I'm glad, Mike. Thanks for ordering. I've seen pictures of them being washed, video of them being washed at other airports. I've never seen it happen here. So I do know they wash them occasionally, but they don't do it here. So I don't know where the Hawaiians would get washed. Unless they do it over by the, by Terminal 1 and I can't see it from here. That's always possible. I am going to look at the radar because there's a giant thing of weather right near me. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, it's actually just started to drizzle here. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. There's a wall of rain right behind me. All right. All right. I really hate to do this, guys, but I think I'm going to have to call it. There's a wall of rain coming up behind me, and I don't want to get stuck having to pack up in the rain. So I'm sorry to do this, guys. I know we're going to miss some F-22s, but at this point, I don't even know if we'd see them because there's so much rain down there. I can't even see this. I mean, barely see the plane that's down there right now. Yeah, you can barely see the plane that's down there right now. So you get all this rain here, and then behind me, there's all that rain up there. Let's see, yeah, you can see all that rain coming at me from the mountains. So I think we're gonna have to call it. Thanks again for everyone for being here. The weather looks better tomorrow. We'll be starting off about 10:15 tomorrow. So we'll catch some A380 departures and a 747 from Korean tomorrow. So have a good rest of your Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you all real soon.